If you're someone that makes all your money or most of your money doing the gig apps, Doordash, Instacart, Uber Eats, even if it's rideshare, if that's 90 to 100% of your income, I need you to watch this video. I'm going to get a little opinionated, but listen, we need to have an honest conversation about what's going on. Pedro from the future, real quick. This video will not be for everybody, but it's what I had on my mind today, and I'm going to continue to challenge myself, adapt, look at the things from a real broad scope, and share that information with you guys in hopes that it helps somebody. Super opinionated today. Gonna upset some people, and I'm good with that, and I hope you are as well. I was wrong. Made a video last year, and I was wrong. Pedro Doordash Santiago back at you. You know what? Don't even call me that. Call me Mr.BetonYou. Let's just change that right now. Listen, made a video several months ago, even last year, 8, 9 months ago, 10 months ago, something like that. I made a couple of them. People were talking about DoorDash. Can you still do it? Can you still make money? And I was always like, yeah, you could do it. It's going to be fine. People still got to order food, you know. Part of me still thinks that's mostly true. But I'm beginning to realize what's coming for a lot of us and what we're feeling right now, whether it's a recession, whatever. I know that's a hot topic word, right? But it's coming. Probably, I guess. But I've definitely noticed a lot of changes in my marketplace, in consumers' spending habits since I've started doing this. Now, yesterday, I'm going to put some totals right here. I made $215 yesterday. It's a great day. I think most of you guys would say that's a great day. I was out about an hour longer than I like to be, but it was good. But I hustled. I had to grind. I had to hustle. Took no breaks. Didn't take a lunch break. Nothing. 10:30, 7 p.m. No stops in between. I didn't film any ride along yesterday, so I just stayed focused on the money. And I was able to hit, I wanted to make 200, and I was able to go beyond that. Now, but I felt a level of stress. I felt like, am I going to, I should have stopped and had lunch. I should have did a few other things. I did some phone calls here and there, but you could do that as you're dropping orders off and as you're shopping for people, right? But this is my point. Changes are happening. Now, people are still going to order. That's not going to change. But when times change, you have to change. We have to change. Okay? If we think we can just turn these apps on and everything's going to be great, I'm going to easily make money like I used to, you're fooling yourself, you're kidding yourself. The reality is inflation's crazy, gas prices are high, but the most important factor is consumer spending is going to change and evolve, okay? And if anything, the pay that the companies are giving us is going down, while in some cases charging the consumer more, and then they don't want to tip. And tips is what most of your money is going to come off that. So if you don't see good orders, it's because there's not a tip on there, usually. Or it's because the mileage is high and it's not cost effective. But if consumers aren't tipping, we are not making money. So the reason I say I was wrong, and I'm going to start to really analyze things a little differently. For myself, I know I could make $200 a day. I get it. But what's the cost? I don't want to be out here too long. And yesterday I got home a little later than I would like to be, and my stress levels were a little higher because I was scrambling to do that last order. And I'm like, I got this last order. It's paying me $25. It was a stacked all day. I knocked it out. It's probably 45 minutes to an hour, But I'm up against the time clock, and I'm thinking, what am I doing out here just to get over $200? Why am I doing this? Whereas before, I could make $200 in my sleep. That's not happening. And I'm beginning to realize, you guys telling me in comments, seeing other videos, hearing things on the streets as I run into people, it's a struggle out here for a lot of people. Doing this work full time is not going to be for most people. And I recommend, if you're doing it full time, to have an exit strategy. You must have an exit strategy right now. Formulate it. Think about it. Some of you guys will be able to work 10 or 12 hours a day, make great money. That's fine. That is less than 1% of the people that want to do that and then will do that, and the market can sustain it. You need to have an exit strategy and minimize your app usage, what you your percentage of your income coming from the gig economy, more specifically food delivery or food shopping, because there's a lot of other gig economy jobs. But have an exit strategy. I am begging you. I am in a unique situation because I make money in other ways. My income isn't dependent solely on the apps. I'm talking to people, if it's solely on the apps, what's your next move? So I'm begging you, the 99% of you, come up with an exit strategy. Last year or so when I made that video saying everything's going to be cool, guys, don't worry, we're going to be okay, I think I was talking to the minority of people. Right now I'm talking to the majority. It might not be okay. Come up with a plan, continue to adapt, hustle, stay positive, go make your money. But I'm dealing with a sense of reality because I'm seeing it. I'm even seeing the YouTube game change a little bit, right? I'm seeing a lot of things changing. And the good thing is, I'm Mr. Bet on You. A lot of you guys have turned into Mr. Bet on You, Mrs. Bet on You, right? It's fantastic. So if we have that mindset, we're always going to be okay. I'm not worried about making it. I'm not worried about making the ends meet. The bet on you mentality is always about, hey, bet on yourself. You'll be okay. Don't rely on an app. Don't rely on a W-2. Don't rely on this. Don't rely on that. It starts with you. That's the whole mantra, right? But you have to be willing to understand the reality of the situation, the reality of the gig apps, and what's going to happen. I think I was wrong. I was wrong. It's okay to be positive, but there's some changes. And there's very few people out here that are either making content or even not making content that are working and delivering that haven't adapted and haven't changed and haven't seen that they've had to implement other ways of making money because it's just not as sustainable and not the same. Now, people are still going to eat. They're still going to do this. It is what it is, right? That's not going away. But at the end of the day, hot take here. None of us should want to be doing this forever. None of us should see this as the bright future. We should not. And if you do, I have to adamantly, strongly disagree with you. Because anybody that wants to do this line of work forever, as the only income that they have, is probably going to fail. Let me repeat that. If you want to do this forever and you have no plans, and this is the only way you make money, you will fail. I'm going to tell you that right now. You will. So you can't listen to people like myself that might do it part-time and make money doing this, or somebody that's maybe retired to have a pension, or they get disability or Social Security, or they have whatever. The day trader, they do this, they do that, they got a W-2 and they do this part-time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people that only do the gig apps for food delivery and shopping for people. If that's the only way you make money, you're going to fail. Unless you come up with an exit strategy and a plan this moment right now. I'm going to offend some people by saying that. But if this is all you got and you're not making money doing anything else, and you have no plans to do anything else, you will fail at this job before you know it. All right, now that we rattled the cages, I'm giving you all some truths. I'm speaking my truth, but I feel very strong about it. We have to be willing to adapt and strategize and change. Now let's do this huge order I got on all these. Look at this monster order. I'm not even done yet. It's officially the biggest one I've ever done. Barely fit in one cart. I bet 99% of y'all wouldn't take this. Took me 45 minutes to shop, another 15 minutes to put it together. How much do you think it's paying? Oh, and it's the Aldi up the street from where I live, so literally it took me 2 seconds to drive here, 0.8 miles. So how we open this video and me saying if you're only doing this, you're gonna fail, I believe that, because I'll tell you this right now, I'd be worried. If I did not have other ways of making money and I had to support my family on just the gig delivery apps, I would not be successful. I wouldn't be able to have the things I wanted to have. I wouldn't be able to save. I wouldn't be able to do. I would not be able to provide in a way that I need to. You guys gotta have an exit strategy. I'm gonna keep saying it because I really believe it. I think 1% of you guys can do this, and in that 1% is probably getting people that don't have kids and live by themselves. And hey, if I didn't have that, I'd probably do the same, because it is kind of easy and you could do it when you want. But I think most of us don't fall into that situation. Find your next move. I'm warning you guys, it's not going to get better. It will only get worse. Stepping stone to something better. I believe it. I'm going to keep saying it. All right, so now that I made some people upset, but also made some people maybe think, and I've also made majority of you guys realize, duh, Pedro, we all know that. I'm surrounded by food. Let's go ahead and make some money today and see what we can get. It's hot again, and I'm wearing black. So it's 97 degrees. It's 12 o'clock. You guys hear that AC pumping? So I want you guys to put down in the comments, where do you fall into these scenarios, these things we're talking about? Are you doing this and this is 100% of your income and you have no, it's what you see for the foreseeable future? Comment down below. Really want to challenge those group of people to reevaluate some things, possibly. Do what you want. I'm just saying, just be ready. You gotta be ready. Or are you somebody that does this part-time, has a W-2? What percentage of income is the gig apps, is the gig economy, right? What percentage is it? Right now, if it was 100% for me, I'd be a little worried. Because, could I make 200, 250 a day? Yeah. But I'm not spending 10 or 12 hours a day in my car 7 days a week. Just not doing it. I'm not built like that. Don't want to do that. Too many other things in my life would crumble if I had to do that. I could do it for a short amount of time if I needed to. I'm not against doing any kind of work to make money, to figure it out. But that's not, the gig economy is not for that. Are you somebody that just does it for some spare cash? Trying to, like the other things we talk about, the real reasons why I think these apps are really, really fantastic. I think if you're doing it just to do it and you don't have a plan, like we've been saying, I was wrong. I thought a lot of us could do this for the foreseeable future. We'd be okay. I'm starting to see a little bit of a change. I'm starting to think a little bit differently, right? So where do you lie in that? I know I know some people will probably be offended by this and not understand what I'm trying to convey, and I'm good with that. Beat me up in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's have a respectful conversation, because I do think there's that 1% that could do it, and this is all they'll ever do, and and they don't have a plan, and they're good, and that's cool. But that's 1%. I'm talking to the 99. Maybe it's more than 1%. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I woke up today thinking, man, okay, I made $215 yesterday. It was good, but I didn't like how I felt. I didn't like coming home a little later than I like to. I didn't like some of the things I had to do to get to $215. I just didn't I wasn't feeling it. And at some point you'll get burnt out. You'll get frustrated. Maybe you'll get deactivated. We got to have an exit strategy. I've been saying this since day one. I'm going to keep on saying it. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. And I hope you guys understand what I'm doing and what my exit strategy is and what my stepping stones are. Because at the end of the day, these are a fantastic way to bet on yourself, part-time or full-time, as long as you got a goal, and make money. But these apps can be frustrating. And if there's no goal, you're going to get burnt out at some point. It's going to happen. All right, right away, we got a target run. 1052 miles, 4 items. Super easy. But just remember to keep betting on yourself. Keep a strategy, keep a plan. If you are relying on the gig apps for 100% of your income, you may fail. I'll use the word may. You may fail. The likelihood of you failing if you don't have a plan is extremely high. And I want you to sit down tonight. Be mad at Pedro Doordash Santiago. Be mad at Mr.BetonYou. But think about what your next move is. And for those of you that have already done that, I cheers to you. Oh, Lord. That's on the other side. That's a state away. That's not awful. How long do you guys wait for an item to be cut at the meat department on an Instacart? Let me know. Get out while you can. It will only get worse from here. If this is how you're making all of your money, I need you to reconsider. Just think about it, guys. Just think about it. Let's have a friendly conversation in the comments down below. We got to remember these jobs are fantastic part-time, fantastic stepping stones, fantastic bridges and gaps and things in between work or whatever, or betting on yourself. I've talked about that ad nauseum. I literally have thousands and tens of thousands of hours of video talking about that. But I live it. And I want to pass it on to y'all so you can make it your own. But at the end of the day, we have to remember we don't have a lot of protection with these companies. Anything can happen at any moment. Oversaturation, deactivation. Your market could dry up. Maybe it's not oversaturated, but people's spending habits could change. With a W-2, you have a little more options sometimes. I'm not saying going back to a W-2. I'm not saying stop betting on yourself. I'm just saying for my full-timers out there and the ones that haven't set the goals yet and haven't figured out why you're doing this kind of work, do that. And let me know. Can I be any help in that way? You want to talk about it in the comments? Hit my phone. Hit my email. At the end of the day, I woke up today and said, man, I'm seeing some changes, and I've been seeing some changes. I thought this was going to be a little more sustainable. It's time for even myself to continue to adapt, continue to not feel like I'm comfortable and I can always make $200 5 days a week, because that is not the reality unless I want to stay out forever. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I hope you got something from this video. This is what I had in my mind today. If you watched all the way to the end, let me know. You guys are great. Love each and every one of y'all. I'm about to go meet Mr. Tanner Markley. He's driving through. We're going to have dinner, chop it up, and then we'll do our little challenge tomorrow. You guys are fantastic. Consider subscribing. Hit the bell notification, because I think a lot of you guys don't get a notification until the next day. Hit the bell notification. Make sure you're actually subscribed to the channel, because Uber Eats will unsubscribe you without you knowing. It's done that to me on other people's channels. And drop a like. You guys are fantastic. See you tomorrow.